McWane Science Center is the product of the merger of two smaller museums that were in Birmingham during the 70s and 80s. And we moved into this building, this facility, in 1998 and became the McWane Science Center. This was the old Loveman's department store, which was built in the 1930s. And this area of Birmingham was a hub for shopping in the 30s and 40s and 50s. Moving here in the new facility caused this facility to be really an outstanding science center that serves the city of Birmingham, but also the entire state and the southeastern region. We try to serve our visitors of all ages, but really our sweet spot is age 4 to 14, elementary school and middle school children and their families and their classrooms.
We've made quite an impact in the community. And any day you'll see 2,000 to 3,000 kids here. On weekends when we're really busy too, you'll see a lot of families. But it's a wonderful place with a lot to offer, from natural history to an aquarium to science and technology.
We not only teach science, but we do science in the collections area. The Natural History Museum came with 650,000 fossils from dinosaur era up to the Ice Age.
McWane Science Center houses the second largest natural history collection in the state of Alabama, roughly 500,000 objects and specimens collected from the state itself.
Those collections are irreplaceable. If something had happened to them, you can't just run out and buy some more 80-million-year-old fossils. October 13th, Philip Moore, our facility manager, called me about 9:30 at night. There was water coming down the ceiling on our third floor. It was a sprinkler head, a single sprinkler head, but it was a high-powered one. So it was putting out 106 gallons of water a minute.
An enormous amount of water did flow into the building and just permeated throughout each floor.
It came from the fourth floor through the ceiling in the third floor into our special event center, out that door, and then down the stairwell of 4 floors, ironically ending in what we call our world of water, which is our aquarium area.
Even though the water was shut off very quickly, it continued to come throughout the building for another hour or two.
And so it touched every single floor of our exhibits. At this point, we didn't know how much damage was done. All you could see was water everywhere. My first reaction was, this damage is going to be so significant.
Fortunately, we contacted ServPro immediately and they mobilized their team.
ServPro was here within a couple of hours, helping us begin to undo some of the damage that had been done. The first step was to decide who was going to take those walls out and dry behind them. ServPro was on it. There were several crews working at any one time on all 4 floors of our adventure hall.
Having a collection, there's certain things that we can't compromise on. We have very specific temperature and humidity levels that we have to maintain. But ServPro was very accommodating, knowing that these are priceless objects. Like, literally we have things that are the only ones in the world. Once they really understood that, then everybody's brain's more focused on how can we do what we need to do. We had to hang a floor-to-ceiling tarp. It maintained my climate control where the bulk of the collection is stored, but also created basically a security blanket. It's where work was being done on one side, keeping all the dust, keeping all the fumes out, but also keeping human access out of the collection.
It made sense for us to stay with ServPro, which really paid off. It probably saved us a week or so of time getting back up, so we were really pleased with that. Even though it was a tragic event, it was something we just really felt glad that we had a great team on board with us. I think the group here in Birmingham did an outstanding job.
I was very impressed that the ServPro employees, but also the subcontractors that they hired, they were responsive to us as individuals. They were polite, they were professional. I would absolutely recommend ServPro to anyone. ServPro made it as pleasant and as efficient and as positive an experience as it could possibly be.